Alrighty, welcome back to another crosskart video. I spent all night last night getting it to where it can sit on its own weight. About maxed out on the springs. That's kind of unfortunate. So we're gonna have to figure out something else for that. But I think we're gonna take it out on the road today, and it's not running, but I'm gonna drag it around with the pit bike. Make sure everything's good, nothing's binding up. I'm gonna have to pull the motor out to do that, just because when I get in it makes it even worse. So we'll pull the motor, and then after that I'm probably gonna start putting supports in. We were gonna go pit biking today. How the last video went, didn't seem like you guys liked the pit biking because the views went down to the gutter. So we decided not to do that. We're gonna get some progress done on this thing today. And my other thing for taking this motor out is, after it's out, I can flip everything around and rotate it how I need to be able to weld underneath and all that and get all my supports in. So that's the first thing we're gonna do, is get that engine out, and then we'll go drag it around for a bit. So we don't have a way to lift that out because we don't have a cherry picker here. So I rigged this little lift that we have, and hopefully we can get it up high enough in there we could just lift it up, and then once it's lifted we could just pull it to the side and slowly let it down into something. Hopefully that holds, because it is a little sketchy. There's only one way to find out. Alright, so first things first, I gotta see if this thing's even gonna lift it. This thing's pretty light, honestly, from just pushing it around like this. And we can lift the back up completely too, with how everything is right now, so it really isn't that heavy, and we've just kind of been keep light like I've wanted to. So I guess we're just gonna see what happens. If it lifts the cross cart, we'll go ahead and do it. I just gotta make sure I hook every ratchet strap in here so it doesn't pick up crooked. Well, it doesn't lift the whole cart. I mean, it's close. So I'm pretty sure if we unbolt that, we'll be able to lift that motor out of there. It just can't lift that extra weight of the cart, I think. Guess I'll loosen everything up and get that out of there. So I got all my bolts and everything in. Steering's relatively straight. My camber and everything's still off, but everything's ready to do a little test ride down the road. We're gonna pull it with the pit bike. So we're not gonna have any brakes or anything, so I'm gonna have to use my feet. Hopefully my steering stays together. And I'm really worried that something's gonna pop, because like I have stuff that's still moving in like A-arms and stuff, but we're not gonna be hitting jumps and everything, and like also stuff's still tacked together, so I don't want it to like pop and something break and him just be dragging me down the road. So hopefully all goes well. Shit. I'm trying to hold tension. This is probably one of the dumbest ideas we've had. Rolling good so far, so don't go too fast. It's going pretty good. Do you feel like it's got any tension or anything? No, it's a little vibrating with the mud tires, and it drives pretty straight too. Does it feel like the steering's on or anything? Uh-oh, be careful. I don't hear any screeching. I hear the pit bike screeching. It's squeaking bad. Sounds like it's rolling. Yeah. The next tire's got a little bit of clearance. Yeah, I gotta do the Heim joints to fix it. Oh, it's a little sketchy on the bumps with no weight in it. Does it bounce bad? Yeah. Sounds like it grabs a little bit too sharp. Yeah. Something might be off with it. Get second. pit bike's going down. The pit bike's about to blow. Give it a turn, hard turn.
So it's pushing that tire.
Well, there's no weight in it either. Yeah, that's the other issue.
Why is it? So if it's pushing the tire,
I think it needs a rebuild.
the pit bike's gonna be horrible. So if it's pushing, we're gonna have to figure out what.
The alignment's still off for sure.
We're gonna have to make sure when we're turning sharp that it's not pushing too much, or else we're gonna not turn. Not bad for the first run though. If it's
Yeah, for the first one went pretty good.
not a whole lot of vibration.
We're good.
Turning is a little tight, but
we made it back in one piece.
we made it back in one piece. If we put it together without the spacers, see what happens. If we need spacers again, we can put spacers in. Where are you putting it?
Just right out here. Keep going. Alright, stop. Yeah, that loosened up altogether. Yeah, my ass is hanging out, so I'd rather you didn't. Backwards when there's no weight. Well, it turns out I'm not going to be able to do anything else on this. We had a couple other things we had to do this weekend and get done. But our first road test went kind of good. Pretty stiff for the most part. I think once we get everything aligned, it'll be good. But we did find out we're going to need new steering because it's very, very wonky in there and doesn't stay. Because it is go-kart steering, so it's meant for those little tires. So we're going to find something else there, but everything else seemed to hold up pretty good. We're all good there. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that like button, and if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. We've been doing really good lately. So, yeah, we will catch you guys next Wednesday.